Take a sip of this bad boy, see what we're dealing with.
Back here.
You know, like the whole thing, like vodka doesn't have a scent. Bullshit. It smells like alcohol.
It smells.
Like, who says that? My dad used to put this in water bottles, and like when we'd go to the park.
Yeah, it's a different scent though. It's like, oh, that guy's fucking. He's drunk.
That's not like oh man, this guy doesn't have a job drunk. That's like damn, this guy's stressed the fuck out drunk. It's middle
like
of the day. He smells like pure alcohol.
That's what Wombasa used to smell like. Fucking vodka all the time type shit. Like it's like coming out of his pores because he likes that. He likes vodka and shit.
It's a strong smell. But you could always say you were just like, oh no, I had a paper cut. I had to use an alcohol swab.
All right, gentlemen's agreement. The weekly Amateur Drinkers Podcast. Premier.
Sweet.
Fine spirit tasters. Pop culture reviewers.
Dozens of more
Monikers, yeah. Things that we do and don't do. But I'm Charles. This is Nano.
What up?
And this week we have switched it up. I don't think we've done a vodka yet. And this is called Beluga Noble Russian Vodka. With a name like Noble Russian Vodka, you know this shit's...
You know, I like the bottle and the
little emblem.
Yeah, the emblem that's engraved.
Truthfully, I don't know how this bottle comes. Like, how are they making money off this vodka? It's like less than $30. They have a fucking piece of metal on there. That's got to be expensive.
That?
Yeah. To put onto a bottle?
No way, man. This is Russia, man. They probably just they pick cars up off the street like pieces of doors.
Possibly.
Bottle's nice. Catches the eye. The drink, I haven't had a real sip yet.
Boy.
Looks good. I don't know enough about vodka to like really sit there. Like with my whiskeys, I can kind of sit there and kind of go through regions and where it's made. What
I know about, you know, this vodka has like a couple things that we'll get to in the Russian. Like apparently it has no GMOs. It's like where all the potatoes that they make it from or whatever, they're made like within 300 kilometers. There's no life. There's like nobody who lives there. So like there's no factories.
What's the process of vodka?
It's as fermenting potatoes, I believe. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Not 100% sure, but I think so. It's not turnips or anything. It's not something weird. It's potatoes. But
all right.
Vodka in general is something that I stay away from because it's kind of gross. Like it's
what do you mean?
Very harsh. Like it's like meh.
No, I've always felt like people that drink vodka are like the classier drunks.
Yeah, because they're always mixing it with shit. I like when I drink, I like to drink shit straight. So drinking vodka straight has always been like a mission. Like oh, this shit's like fucking rubbing alcohol. It's gross.
It's like, you know how you feel when you take a shot? It's like, oh fuck, I don't want to do this, but whatever. I don't want to be that guy.
Let's go.
But you have a full cup of this, and it takes
like it goes down your throat.
Yeah, it's like every sip. It's like, oh Jesus.
So the only vodka that I started fucking with that, like, you know, like Smirnoff, that shit's bullshit. Absolute, Grey Goose, Belvedere, Kettle One, like all that shit. I'll deal with it because you're at some art gallery opening. It happens to be the only thing that they have there for whatever reason that they're sponsor of the shit. You'll fuck with it. I feel like
vodka makes it to every party.
Yeah, but the one that I got where I was like, oh, you could just drink this by itself. Zyr, ZYR. It's a big blue bottle.
Oh, okay, okay. I've had that.
Yeah, I don't want to do cross promotion. You know, I don't want to shit on Beluga right now. But Zyr was my shit where I was like, oh, this is just good vodka. Like, I was like, oh, there can be good vodka. Like, they do a certain filtering technique.
I've had my fair share of vodka. Like, my father was real big on Kettle One for a long time. So
yeah, but Kettle One is kind of like, it's like that $10 bottle that you can just mix with anything. It's not a big deal.
Exactly. But like, the thing is, like, we'd get Grey Goose for, you know, if my dad was gonna have a party or we're gonna have an event. Yeah, we do catering events. People want to see the Grey Goose bottle. That shit's not even that good.
Yeah, no, it's not.
It's not worth all the money that you're spending.
It's that, they have a great marketing team behind them because they're at golf openings. Like when you see their shit, you're like, oh, this is the top of the fucking.
I like
shelf.
I like Diddy's vodka, but that's the thing.
Ciroc,
like, Ciroc, yeah, but I like the flavors. I'm not gonna lie to you because I just can't have vodka straight up. Like it's so tough.
Because just from growing up drinking like the fruitiest shit, like fucking those cheap wines from like 7-Eleven or whatever, like the what was it, MD 2020. Like as a young person drinking all those sweet drinks, waking up with thundering, pounding headaches. I was like, no, never. I'm not drinking shit with sugar in it because whenever I do, I regret it in the fucking morning.
But you were drinking something that was like blue.
Yeah, but it didn't matter though. So like, if you do vodka and Coke and that's all you're drinking on that, you wake up like extra dehydrated for whatever reason. The sugar's pulling water out of you. It's
but that's also when you didn't know how to drink and you'd have 20 cups.
Yeah, but see now, I always drink straight, and I'm telling you, the only way I wake up with a hangover is if I'm drinking beer and liquor together and switching everything up, like not like drinking dark beers. Like if I'm drinking the same shit, I won't get a hangover. I don't care how much I drink.
That just sounds boring.
I know.
You mix mines up.
But this it's pretty good. I put it in the freezer, so it's a little cool.
Yeah, I the only thing I know is that I can't drink vodka at like room temp. It has to be as ice cold as possible. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's like a thing with vodka. Like you have to serve it ice cold, but I want to see frost on the bottle because I this shit is so harsh.
So like I'm drinking this right now, and I'm feeling like I don't think I want to say zero. I still maybe it's just like a fond memory in my head, but I think zero is a little bit smoother. This is fucking pretty smooth, like no joke. Here might be your phone, but I don't know. I'm gonna give the vodka choice to Zir still. I'm still sticking with Zir. This is, but for the price, usually Zir's on. You can only get it on sale for under $30. But
what's the price of it? It was 27.
27 something.
Okay, so under $30. Again, I don't buy vodka regularly, but I do buy it for parties.
I would say for sure though, it's better than those other top shelf gouging you price like Belvedere. Grey Goose.
Belvedere's, it's pretty nice. It's a smooth vodka. That's the thing. I think that's where vodka. That's the only difference that I can tell is it's the smoothness and like that easiness is gonna give you, on that first sip. Because after that, it's kind of you get used to it.
Oh, this one says distilled from grain, not potatoes. So maybe not potatoes. All right. So this is what the bottling note is: a superb, super premium vodka made from non-GMO ingredients. It's quite rare that a vodka, or any white spirit for that matter, impresses us to the point of wanting to tell people about it. Beluga is one of those rare spirits. Well worth a go. This is from the Masters of Malt website. These guys are great. They put in their fucking work. They drink everything. We should get these guys on the fucking podcast. They know what's up. Oh, then look, these are the reviews like underneath it. It has a what's the rating? Like on this website, 11 reviews, 5 out of 5.
Seems a little organized there.
You think they had some
Can't
Russian...
get 11 perfect reviews.
They had some Russian bots come on here.
They got their hands in everything, man. They got their hands in everything.
They had a bigger joint. Like they had like the double or whatever it is. It's the 750. The next step up is what, 10? It's like 1 liter.
1 point.
Yeah. 1.75.
Yeah.
But and it was only like $15 more. Yeah.
Again, I like the vodka. It's good. I'm a fan of mixing my vodkas with juice or juices, but this is good. No, it's cool. I don't know how much I can have like by itself. I would say, yeah, go if you're one of those people that don't really give a shit about what vodka you buy, and you grab the Absolute right off the shelf or another big brand.
I would say step it up, pay the extra, $5 or $10, and try some Beluga Noble.
Yeah, I'd go with Beluga over, oh my God, are we gonna get Grey Goose again? Like for sure. Like I think with vodka you have a lot of room to explore, and this is a good bottle. I like it. It's nice.
Oh, it's fancy. So what'd you get into this week?
What the hell did I do this week? I wasted a lot of money, man. I don't know. It's fucking school, man. It was the first week of school.
Oh shit! Back to school. School's back in for.
Yeah, but like my kids are, like they're in the grades that are like, I need new headsets, I need new shoes, I need this, and I'm like, fucking shit, man. Like,
man, you have but they're not too close in size, right? Like, how much hand-me-down
Blake
joints?
His whole collection is
hand-me-down.
Yeah,
right. That's good for him.
Not really. But he's at the age where he doesn't give a shit, Like Aiden's more he's older now. He's gonna be 11 in March, so he's kind of fashion. He's noticing fashion. I'm not, but you know what I mean. Like not in the sense where my son's there sitting in front of a closet getting dressed, but he
is it getting dressed montage, different color shirts.
No, Aiden doesn't give a fuck. He'll grab whatever he finds that fits him. It's just like his shoes. You know what I mean? Like they have to be a certain name brand. Like when he was younger, he'd rock Skechers. Like shoes with lights or.
Back to school for me was the only time I had new clothes, because I wouldn't buy new sneakers ever. And truthfully, I didn't give a fuck. I wore my mom's sneakers all through middle school because she was always like working out. She had running sneakers, and I used to break dance, so like they were the best sneakers for break dancing. But I didn't give a fuck. Like I like that age that Aiden's at, or I mean the little one's at.
Aiden.
Yeah, Aiden. He's the little one.
No, Blake.
Blake. Oh, the age that Blake's at. That's where I stayed. I don't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck. I used to wear my dad's sweatpants because they were baggy. I was like, this is good enough.
Yeah, but kids are assholes now, man. Like, they're a bunch of pricks, man. Like you got to see this because they start making fun of other people that have like off-brand clothing or.
Yeah, no, we were those kids too. It's just that, I mean, maybe I hung out with all the junky looking kids.
Yeah, but you didn't have...
Ricky didn't have fashion sense and shit. So it was me, Ricky, Bambi. Like,
yeah, but you grew up in an era where like it wasn't as haunting, like people's criticisms. You know what I mean? Like you weren't on your phone all day. These kids are.
That's true. Yeah, you know what? We didn't have thousands of kids fucking with us. We had like tens.
Yeah, every time you open your phone, your computer, like everybody you know and everybody they know are commenting on whatever they see. And if they see you, they're gonna say some shit. You might catch, some feelings that rub you the wrong way.
I don't think that would have changed the way that I think about stuff. I think it would have made me lean into being more of a, I guess like I like you would see the kids that are like, oh, I remember Juan Diaz used to get pissed because we would call him a skater because he wore like Metallica t-shirts and like Jenkos. Like he was wearing like,
yo, you wear Jenkos, you're an asshole. You're not even a skater. You're just.
But he's like, no, he would be like, I'm not a rocker. I like hip hop. I'm like, yeah, but you listen, like you have long hair, like you look like you play in a band, like we'll just call you, like that's what we call you. But he would get pissed about it. I never got pissed about what anybody said about me. Like I would wear, again, parents' clothes. I had hand-me-downs. I had cousins that were a little bit older than me, so it would give me shit, and it was always baggy. And I was like 75 pounds until I got to 6th grade, and then I was like 120 pounds until I got to 9th grade. So like I was a little kid, like a very thin little rail of a kid.
I was 120 last week.
You motherfucker. I'm looking at Kevin Smith's fucking picture going like, you know what? This Weight Watchers might be a good fucking idea. I'll lose 1 to 2 pounds a week.
Yeah, let's just say he had the motivation of
a heart attack.
Yeah, I mean I know, good for him. You know what I mean? Like I that's awesome. It's just some people only learn or want to change when they're facing the fucking final exit. I mean,
in like we don't want to throw Kevin Smith under the bus that much. He started like about 2 years ago. He stopped eating sugar after watching a couple of documentaries. But the damage was done from like, the other 40 years of eating Cocoa Pubs and fucking drinking nothing but like milk.
Marijuana, man.
No, he just started smoking too. Like he started smoking after Zach and Miri, which was like, I guess like 10 years ago.
Is that when he started?
Yeah, he didn't smoke reef forever. He just wrote about it. Like he would just like write movies about stuff like that.
Those people are weird. Like Godfrey, he doesn't smoke. But
he's all in now.
Oh yeah, I mean, fuck it. I would. You know what I mean?
Man, like that Godfrey episode, I want to say he may be tied for like the most downloads, but I think people were like, "Oh, Godfrey got loose, got real loose."
What? Wait, who would he be tied with? What other episode?
The last episode.
Oh, with Kalina?
Yeah, with Kalina.
People just want to hear a woman. Nobody's gonna listen to this shit. Well, we don't have anybody on this week.
Yeah. Well, we may have a special guest popping in at the end, but we'll see if he gets here.
Oh yeah. If he shows up.
What kind of low man? Hold on, I'm ordering food. Sorry.
Technology is ruining our lives. I feel like we should get this sad shit out of the way now because it just happened today. I want to talk about it because it's
hot button issue, mass shooting.
It just happened a few hours ago,
and it happened in our state. So maybe we should talk.
A lot of shit happens in Florida. It does, man. Like I feel like we're the epicenter of all this crazy shit. But there was a shooting at a video game tournament.
You know what? Kind of on brand for us. All right.
Yeah, it's in our. It hits home a little bit to me, especially.
Yeah, because we've been to stuff like that where like you get a bunch of random strangers together and you're doing something competitive, but not competitive in a way where there's like a clear cut like, oh, like the joystick's fucked up or you're not as good as XYZ because he's cheap or using a cheat code or whatever. I don't know. There has to be something wrong when a kid I mean, we're saying he's a kid. We don't know how old this kid was.
I don't know too many details. All I saw was like the information floating on Twitter. But it was a Madden tournament. It was somewhere in Jacksonville, Florida. The guy, let's say the guy that had the gun, he lost in the tournament, and then he went outside, came back in, and just started shooting like mid-tournament.
From the reports I saw, we saw 11 shot, 4 dead. 3 were in critical condition, but looking like they were gonna get out.
Yeah, I haven't caught back up. I should look up into it now to see what the news is. If there's any updates, but that shit's crazy because like I've been to.
The audio is haunting. So like there's an audio because people were streaming it, and you see two guys like playing, and then 2 commentators talking shit, and then all of a sudden you hear pop. And they're still talking, then you hear pop, pop, and then you're like, oh, and then people leave, and then
that's when everybody realizes what's going on.
It's a lot of fuck. It was like what, like 16 shots? It was a lot. It
was like a full clip, and probably more. Like I don't know if he had an extended on it or what, but he got a good amount of shots off, and he hurt a lot of people. You know what I mean? But it's I've been to a bunch of these events. You've been to these events.
Yeah.
You go to Comic-Con with your kids. You know what I mean? Like,
God damn it. Now you're gonna make me think about shit like that. Yeah, that would be like a target, like where people would be like, "Oh, those nerds, they died doing what they." Oh, fuck dude, that.
But I think that's where, we have to like start. I don't know. I don't want to be that guy that says in strict, like gun laws and shit. But
do you have guns?
I want one.
I don't want one.
Ever? You never want one.
In general, I think people with guns get shot. I mean, not in this case, obviously. If you have a gun, you're asking to be in a confrontation in which you pull out your gun.
I don't have a gun, and I've been in those confrontations where a gun's been pulled out on me.
But the reason why people get shot is because if you had a gun and I had a gun, now we're pulling out guns, and like who's gonna?
Oh yeah,
shoot?
Well, who's gonna? I'm shooting first. First
exactly.
of all,
there you go. So people get shot when guns are around. So I'd rather, and not only that, but I know personally multiple people that either died accidentally with guns and were injured fucking
around with a gun.
Yeah. I can't, and I didn't grow up with guns, but now my parents, they live out in fucking the sticks in Florida on the West Coast,
where everybody has a fucking gun.
Now they got a shotgun, they got a pistol. I'm like, yeah, they have all these guns, and now my dad's like, oh, we're the NRA now. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Are they part of it?
Yeah, well, not really. I don't think my dad joins anything. He's not a joiner. He's like, he's not gonna.
My dad would probably
pay
do
a
it.
membership.
Yeah, until the membership comes up, he's like, wait a second, you have to pay to be in here.
Fuck out of here. That's why you see all these people defending the NRA. Like, you're not a member. You don't get. You're not paying dues to some random company. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, it's not the Netflix for guns. They're not sending you a gun every week and shit.
I'd fucking pay for that. That's awesome.
I've been shooting like at a shooting range, and I'm fine with that. Like, I'll go shoot. Or if it was if I grew up hunting, I'd want to go hunt, and I'd get the gun to go hunt. But I wouldn't have the gun. I don't think I'd own the gun.
I want to own a gun, but not to like drive around with it or have it on me whenever I go out. That's just stupid. That's asking for problems.
Like home defense?
Yeah. Just have it in my house, locked up. Not locked up to the point where I have to like enter 20 codes to get it, but put in a safe place where only I could reach it, and just in case.
Oh man, I have a kid. You have kids. Those are the people that I know got accidentally murdered or killed because they were fucking around with guns. I almost shot somebody with a gun because our friends are idiots. They gave this is back on a video shoot for Franco, our friend Franco. He did rap music. Seeing
Is this the one where the gun was almost loaded, or it was loaded and they were?
So they're dressed up, and our friend Jason has a gun. He has like it's a tiny little gun. I think it was like a 33. I think it was a small tiny gun. Whatever it is.
It was a handgun.
And I'm like, is it loaded? He's like, nah, it's not loaded. And apparently, loaded means something different to him than it does to me. Because there was no bullet in the chamber.
So
he's like, it's not loaded. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. So I looked at it and I cocked the gun. And I'm like, I'm like, trigger's not going. And I'm like squeezing it. And he's like, this entire time, a fucking person who's online, always railing about fucking don't take away bullshit. He's looking at me, not going, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Stop doing that. He was frozen going like, I guess he was too high or whatever. He just like, and then I'm like, it's not the trigger's like, he's like, don't pull the trigger. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you just loaded the gun. I was like, what do you mean I loaded? You told me there was no bullets. He said, I said it wasn't loaded. I was like, what the fuck? And Kodak was in front of me. I could have shot Kodak. Might have been in the ass or might have been in the spine. And he would have been one of those wheelchair motherfuckers that we have to bring around like, oh. Yeah.
But you would have been that guy telling stories at schools. You know what I mean? With Kodak.
No, I'm telling you right Kodak now, don't play with guns. Don't fuck with. I don't like touching guns. I don't like when guns are around. Like when Guillermo would have his fucking shotgun and shit. Even if he was saying it wasn't loaded, like I'm like,
I always double check, but I know how to fuck with guns.
I don't want it around though. Like there's no
I'll
need.
pick up a gun and you could tell. You know what I mean? Like you look at the clip. Does it have one? It does. Check the chamber. If it has one, put that shit down.
Yeah.
You don't want to. You don't wipe it off. Wipe the gun off a little bit and put it back.
Not a murder weapon.
I don't trust anybody, dude. But the thing is, again, like
bodies on that gun.
I don't know, man. Shit like this makes me like really think about like, damn, do we need guns?
But like shit like this wouldn't from what you just said, you'd keep the gun at home. This wouldn't have helped you in that situation.
It wouldn't have. But that goes to speak again. Like these situations are random. Like they just they happen and you can't do shit about it.
Yeah, I mean, like home invasion shootings. I have to. I mean, look,
I don't think the solution is to give people more guns. Yeah, I don't think
absolutely.
that's it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I like. I would rather be maybe in a county where it's like no guns here. Cops don't have guns. Like I don't want cops having guns.
No, I like that too.
They like if the only reason cops are afraid and shoot people is because they're worried they're going to get shot. If nobody thinks that they have a gun, they're not in danger of being shot because the only reason you shoot somebody is because you're worried they're going to shoot you. Mm-hmm. This is my perspective on it. I'm sure cops are like, there's dangerous situations, and they'll show me like 1,000 different variations on where you can be shot. But still, like,
but if you ban guns in counties or whatever you're saying, like I don't know how that would even work.
Yeah, exactly. I'm saying like if I bought a town,
I would assume
say I'm a multimillionaire and I'm like, oh, this land developed here. I'm gonna build a complex, a little mini mart, and like call it, the Camacho County. This is where we're going. Like, you come in here, you got no guns.
How big is that county?
I don't know.
What's the population?
It's 1,000 people.
1,000 people?
1,000 people.
Okay, so
that's a small town.
That's tiny. Like, there's cousins fucking in that town.
Yeah,
but what's the crime like? Because then you got to base it on crime. Because like, who's to say a criminal's not going to get guns into your county?
Which is fine.
And then when your cops have no guns and the bad guys have them, what the fuck are you doing?
But it's not like crime is crime. Crime is people stealing shit from you. And stealing shit can be replaced. Like, I'm not defending fucking the memory factory. If fucking people come in, I'm like, take whatever. I'll buy another one. It's not like, yeah, it's going to hurt. I'll fucking figure out. I have insurance. Like, yeah, the deductible's going to suck.
I'm not going to get shot over any personal, items. Like, that's fucking stupid.
Or like homeboy who died over a parking space. Like, I don't want to die over a parking space.
Who, the guy that just recently got shot? Yeah, but he didn't die over the parking space.
He died over the parking space.
No, his wife was in the car. He had taken the handicap spot, and the guy was being a dick.
Yeah,
and he was banging on his car. Like,
or yelling at him, whatever he was doing.
Yeah, he was threatening the wife.
The point is that wouldn't have happened if it wasn't the parking space, and that guy didn't have a gun.
He also shouldn't have parked in a handicap spot. I'm just gonna say that. I don't want to justify. The guy that shot him was an asshole. He should get whatever sentence is coming to him because I think
he's actually being charged with manslaughter.
Yeah,
we don't know if he'll get convicted because we live in Florida. And in Florida, if you think I'm telling you, like, there's no way a jury is gonna fucking not convict that guy. It's Florida, and they there's people like lawyers.
What county was it? What county in Florida?
I mean, I don't know. I think it was in the middle. I don't know what the middle. It wasn't down here. It wasn't South Florida, I don't think.
Like west?
Yeah. It was either west or north. Like, it wasn't in Miami-Dade or Broward.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, when you pass Miami-Dade, you're kind of fucked. That jury's not going to see it your way.
Exactly. I mean, even Broward. Broward's like, I would say heavily black. There's a large black community in Broward. Mm-hmm. There's like overwhelmingly Latin in South Florida, like, Miami-Dade.
Still, it's like they love that law here, man. And Zimmerman got away with that bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. He shot a kid.
Yeah. This is why I don't like fucking with guns. I'm not, and again, I don't want to take guns away. I just rather live somewhere where there was no guns. And I know that's not where I live now because fucking Miami.
Go to Europe, man.
Everybody has a fucking gun, apparently.
Yes,
you see people pulling out. I
look at Bam, and whenever he gets his like road rage, I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Yo, you don't know who you're talking to. Like, who are you yelling at?
That's why when my road rage is all about passive aggressiveness, I'll just drive slower or whatever, you know, like if someone cuts me off or if someone like is pissed that like they beep the horn because I'll just go slower.
Yeah, that's my thing too.
I don't wave fuck you at anybody, and sometimes I'm just like, sorry, shrug shoulders. I don't know.
I get mad sometimes. Like there's people that piss me off, and I'll hit the gas and I'll start chasing. I'm like, you know, what the fuck am I doing? Wait a second, back up.
Bam like throws pennies and like shit in his car at people.
Yeah, it's terrible.
He's insane. Like if someone,
isn't that a felony though? Like,
yeah, absolutely. You know, speaking of which, our friend Jason, who almost let me shoot someone, he got arrested for throwing CDs out of our friend's car when we were in high school. And I was telling you, if it like he got arrested, like they arrested him because he was being a dick.
To the cops.
But if it was me, there would have been no questions. Like I would have been gone. They would have gave me like the full rap. They saw me and they're like, and that's when I had an afro. Like they were like, this motherfucker's going.
Oh boy, I hope it wasn't you throwing that shit. Right, we're not beating you now, but
like he took the rap. You know, that's when Jason like was like, I did it. It was me. Chris is driving.
Yeah, because Jason's white, bro. I'd admit to it too. Yo, if I was his shade of
complexion,
yeah, like I'm gonna admit to, yeah, it was me. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I did it.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah, that's my joint. You know, officer, that's my bag of weed right there in the center. You need me to sign something or?
Nah, no. I can't get behind. Again, like I think about it in my head, you know, post-apocalyptic, you know, maybe I'll collect guns, but I don't know how to use guns. I'm kind of weird. I watch these movies where people disarm people and take that. I was like, if I took the gun away from somebody, could I take the bullets out?
No,
I don't think
there's no way.
I wouldn't know how to hit the button to make the thing come out.
I'd have a hard enough time taking their gun and shooting them with that gun than like disarming the shit like
all
Jackie Chan.
Stupid hero fucking fantasies that we have, or like.
Well, that's the thing. Like a big part of me that wants a gun stems from that fantasy world where like, yo, what if aliens do come or fucking zombies?
You know what? Everybody has said like a gun that is effective but not as deadly as every other gun is a shotgun because of the spray. Got a lot of spray. You get spray.
Oh, gotta be sprayed.
Yeah, if you're not sniping anybody. You're not you
don't really need precision.
A massive wound that is absolutely like fixable if you get to if you get them to the hospital type shit. So if I was to get any gun, it would be probably a shotgun. Because not only that, but it's not something that is easily like, you know, it's not nooked away where like a kid picks it up. He's like, oh, what?
Would you get like a double barrel, like 2 gauge?
You know what? Like where you have to fucking put the bullets in? Yeah.
Do you get one of those?
Yeah. Something I want old timey where he's like,
we really got to think about it. Like every step, it's like, man, I'm really gonna kill this motherfucker. I'm gonna
do it. Yeah.
I
think one of those. That would be my go-to gun. And again, this is like my kids out of the house. I'm by myself. I'm on a farm.
Oh, so you wouldn't get it with Rockwell in the house?
I can't see myself purchasing a gun while my kid lives with me. There's no way. What if he grabs shit all the time and throws it?
Okay, but that's assuming that he's gonna move out super early. What if he's like 18, 19? You wouldn't get it?
No. He's out. He's firstborn. I'm the same plan. Like he's got to go, whether it's at college or the Marine Corps or.
Daddy, something funny's happening downstairs. You got to go.
Hey,
all right.
Looks like we do have a guest. Special guest appearance. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. We've got family friend.
Where my cans?
Right there. Chris Stone, artiste.
Get you a cup.
Visual artist. Photography assistant. Key grip.
Digital tech. Yeah.
So what's that digital tech that you just touched right there? Yeah, quick pop quiz.
It's some kind of Mevo.
This is a streaming device that we're not using.
I have to use one soon.
Streaming?
Yeah, in the bathroom.
Oh shit! Jokes, son. I just came from West Palm and we saw Tom Segura. His comedy reminds me of Growing Up With You. It is so on the fucking
because he's white.
No. Like the way that he's Peruvian. He has that humor of being like Latin but white looking. and growing up multiple places. And he grew up in Florida, I think Ohio.
I don't know if you want one or not.
And like one other place. His dad's a white dude. His mom's from Peru.
Yeah.
And his
what
comedy.
Part of Florida?
I think it was
On the West Coast?
No. He was like he lived in Tampa at one point, but he's from I think Miami. Like he was in school in Miami.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
He's funny.
He's so on point.
Hey.
He's right under Bill Burr as far as technical comedy, setup punch, like killing it, fucking killing the.
He's
room.
blowing up. He's picking up a lot of steam right now.
Fucking good, on point.
You guys just saw him recently?
Yeah, so
I didn't go.
Friday.
I wasn't invited.
Thursday, Friday. What's today? Saturday.
I don't get invited to these events.
Yeah. You just hear about him.
I saw it on Twitter or on Instagram, wherever the fuck.
It was sold out. We bought our tickets.
No,
No,
Bam, the
it's
thing
fine. You don't have to. It's okay.
Bam told me about it.
Yeah, whenever we tell
a
you, like,
couple
hey,
months ago,
you
and
need
I'm
to
just
buy
like-
your tickets now because it's going to be sold out.
Yeah.
And I don't fuck with. And
I
this is
also
the
need to
last
buy
time.
milk, nigga.
This is the
There's
last.
a lot of kids in my house.
This is the last time I will ever drive to West Palm to do anything because it was like driving to fucking Orlando because you have to go there during traffic.
West Palm's like
Traffic's the worst.
It's fucking crazy.
Wait,
Like,
what
it
time was the show? 6?
It started at 10. Doors, like, you had to get in line before 9 because like when we got in line, like there was already a line like to the other side of the street type shit. But just getting there and like that part of West Palm, it was like on like a inlay or I don't know, like a intercoastal type shit. It was fucking nice. It was like a cool little.
Where were you in West Palm?
It's called a City Walk, City Plaza, some stupid shit like that. City Center.
What side of the water is it on? Is it
It's on the
beach
east
side or on east side or west side of the?
It's like you get on a bridge and you come. I think it's like a key before you get to like the actual coast. But it was dope. It was like everybody's walking around type shit.
We lived in West Palm for like
Oh yeah.
5 or 6 months.
What?
Yeah, it was fucking awful.
You
What
had
year?
cousins up there, right? Or
Yeah, I
whatever?
still have cousins there.
What year?
Um,
That's terrible.
dude, I don't remember because it was right before we were here for 2 years, and in those 2 years we were in West Palm for like 5 months,
So before you got to your mom's house,
and
that
it
they
was
bought
in
down here?
Lake Worth.
I don't even know.
It's worthless.
It's one of those places that you drive through.
Lake
I think
Worth
that's
is-
where like the opium epidemic hit first. Like all those
What?
those counties up in West Palm, like people would be like going to like the clinics and
There's some good people in that goddamn town, right? No, it was awful. No,
Not
it was,
according to Charles.
it was no like it just looked so desolate and fucking disgusting. Everything was like dried up grass.
Yeah.
Houses all spread
It's
apart.
rich or poor. That's how that place is.
Yeah,
fuck yeah.
and we were in the poor area.
Yeah.
One of our customers, his dad used to own the National Enquirer. His whole squad is up
sorry.
there and shit.
What's this whole thing with my brother was super excited to tell me the whole National Enquirer shit that's going on with Trump.
But
It's
I mean,
complex, yeah.
this is it's
Yeah,
the
he
guy
came up to
who
me like,
owns-
don't you know them? And I'm like, I don't know them, like
Because he worked.
yeah,
No,
like
but
I know
the
Pope. I don't know.
That guy Pope. His dad sold that company in the 80s, so like he didn't have anything to do with it besides like, oh, my dad did this thing or whatever. But the guy who did it now,
But
like
his mom she's still part of it.
No, not at all. She has money.
She's got stakes in the company.
No, she has the money that
From
was
the-
from
from
the
the
sale.
sale. Oh.
Yeah, she has the money. That's what that guy is always fighting with his mom about. Is the word?
Because he wants
That
some
lady's
money.
about
That
to die. She
tabloid
has
money.
to be dead right now.
Let's
You
call
know
her.
what? I think
You have her phone number?
for sure. When she dies, I do have her phone number. But
Call
when
her
she
up.
dies, I think Pope will call me and is like, "Oh, the floodgates are open. Let's fucking get back to work, bro."
Get
that
back
guy
to-
helped me buy my company. He put
Yeah, but
$50,000 into my company.
You said it
as
was
soon as we
opium
bought it.
money, right?
Wait, but you know Pope.
Yeah, he did the work.
Yeah, you
were
worked
up
with him.
there.
Oh yeah, I went up there.
That guy's fucking crazy.
You were in
The
West
nutcase?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the nutcase. Yeah,
a lot of opium he kept talking about.
he's
He said something about being responsible for some kind of epidemic.
but
I saw it
when we bought the memory factory from Paul, Pope came back and he's like, "All right, we're getting on this."
He
I had-
just showed up.
Yeah, he just showed up. I had lent.
How the fuck did he know that?
I know. It just happened to be. It was. It was.
Does he have
fucking
your social security number or
Is he
something?
broke now? Do you know if he's broke?
You know, he went broke during his whole fucking.
Yeah, but what's broke? Because like broke for us is fucked up.
It's
but like broke for a
he
rich
went
person is.
from his mansion. He had to move into like a nice, apartment.
What a
on
piece
the,
of shit.
on the ocean type shit. You know,
Oh my god.
from his mansion with like.
And you picked up his call? What an idiot.
So we get the company from Paul.
When we're broke, mom and dad get a knock. A lot of knocks. Or your mom and dad. I'll go there too. I don't give a fuck.
Pope comes to, he's like, I need a website, and I had just lent Eric money to buy his house. Like I had left because we had a bunch of like money sitting in the bank. And I was
you let him borrow money too?
I lent Eric
Charles
money.
lets everybody money.
He hit up everybody then.
I lent Eric money. He was able to buy the house, and he was able to pay me back with 2 jobs from Pope, like quick, fast, like. Yeah. And not only that, but make like $10,000 more. It's easy
when you control who's getting paid.
And also when you're inflating the shit out of the prices.
Yeah, no. And we were like, look, it's $5,000 a website. And he's like,
and then after you bought the company, you're reaping all that benefit from the inflation where Paul didn't know before.
The inflation.
That's what I heard.
Prices.
You got to get Pope back. Whatever little bit of money he has, take that condo money, man. Whatever he's living in now.
He calls me specifically to like chat about bullshit.
Yeah.
And we do have all his like just like, hey, what you doing?
He kept texting me about what kind of poison doesn't show up in your mom if your mom dies. I was like, I don't know what that means.
Chris, what's untraceable?
I'm not sure, Pope.
I need all the bridges to be burned.
I just sent him a link to Dateline.
But I have a hard drive with all his shit. So that's why he calls me, because he knows that I have like everything.
But you recorded so much of his life that was just pointless. Like there was just him doing nothing. Like you might as well have been like recording him eating breakfast.
It will be in the documentary when his kid is like, "Oh, this is why."
What can you document? He didn't do shit.
This is why
his mother was at least a self-titled philanthropist. You know, like
there's a lot. Like
what was her name? Helen or Ellen?
The whole point, though, why he's not calling me is because he went to war with his mother. Yeah. So he made like a smear campaign.
Yeah, I know. I was there.
Made the website.
I was there for the edits. It was like, fucking awful.
So during that point, like he's trying to mend relationships with his mom, and then when she dies, he gets like a good chunk. He has a bunch of like siblings that you don't hear from because they're normal fucking people.
They had jobs,
and they have jobs, and they're millionaires because like they took their money and they invested, wisely, not spent it on fucking speedboats and bullshit in the 80s.
Rare when you run into the
early 90s.
The one white guy that doesn't know how to handle his money, like. That one millionaire out of the bunch that doesn't know what the fuck to do with it.
I had no idea the extremities
so
of his.
And he'll call up like.
I thought he was full of shit. Honestly.
Like,
but his check's cleared.
Yeah, no, like whatever. Yeah, I'm telling you, when we first,
I never saw his money like that up front. Like I didn't know how rich he really was.
When we first got the account, we were able to pay Paul back like in $5,000 a month installments, like quick. Like Paul was like, oh shit. Like I'm sure. Like,
don't fucking worry about it.
It's like, fuck.
By the way, have you heard of opium? It's really taken off.
Yeah. There's some clinic I'm invested in.
But C-Stone's back in Miami.
Yeah, how do I remind you of Tom? Wait,
Segura, like the way that you make jokes is the way that he makes jokes. Like you'll like everything that you were just doing, like snicker under your breath, like, well, this is what I'm doing. That's exactly like his mannerism.
Thank you.
Not only that, but you have a beard. Yeah. He has a beard. You wear black shirts. He wears black shirts.
If this somehow gets back to Tom Segura, I just want to know you stole your entire
Don't tell me he likes the movie Goonies.
I'm sure he likes the movie Goonies.
Oh my God. And I like beer.
Thief. Nah, he's good.
He's fucking like he's on point. I'm telling you, like just joke the way that people put together, because like some people like we went to go see Tracy Morgan, and it's a sloppy mess.
Yeah,
he's hilarious.
Yeah,
Danielle doesn't appreciate it.
No, I imagine not.
No. She's like looking at me the whole time, like we're gonna stay the whole time. I'm like,
Natalia likes Tracy Morgan, but she would probably hate his stand up because it's uncensored Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan is
it's fucking great, but yeah,
I think he's awesome. But like a lot of people that don't get that humor won't like they'll see him and they'll be like, "What the fuck's going on?"
It's like getting wasted and being like, "All right, you drive," and then you get in the car with him. You're like, "Oh, this is fucking dangerous."
Yeah, like
and going a lot of places we shouldn't go.
I want to say who else we went. We went to see Chappelle, and it was fucking fire until like a heckler like derailed like a joke that I was like waiting for. And I was like, God, and then he didn't finish the joke. Yeah. He just kept on going. He's like, all right, that was ruined. I'm just gonna go on to the next bit. But that sucked. But Chappelle, you can tell, is like a master at the top, like just fucking around.
Yeah.
Segura's like on the rise, like I need to get everything perfect so that I fucking become a goddamn movie star and I don't have to ever work in front of these assholes again.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think if I just saw him in Comedy Store because I was out there.
Oh, okay.
And I went to one of those
where everybody goes
9 hour long, whatever. I stayed for a couple hours. Saw a lot of
I wanted to stay longer, but Carlo and fucking his chick wanted to leave. And
I went by myself, so nobody fucked with me.
I should have went by myself.
Yeah,
so I would have been there.
I would have gone with you, but it was a little late, so I had to be up early, and I stayed until a little bit late, and then.
So what are you doing
right now?
Yeah, like what's your thing? What are your gigs?
My gigs, photo shoots, same shit all over.
But like you're not apprenticing to be like the guy who shoots eventually, or
no? I just run the computer. That's what a digital tech does.
Oh, okay.
So I
all the shots you like organize them type shit.
Capture One, I run the whole shit basically. They frame up. I do all the lighting. I do make sure shit's in focus.
So you're working on lighting too?
Lighting. I mean, it depends how big the shoot is. If there's a lot of money, then they have their own people doing that. But
are you working with just one photographer, or you get called?
I work. There's like 4 people I rotate with.
What is it? Shows or movies?
The ones I've been working with a lot lately, they pair up with a commercial, so they'll be shooting a commercial at the same time. They'll shoot stills. Mm-hmm. This is all stills. The shit I work on. It's way easier than the. I used to work on the movie shit and.
Like, so what does Kodak do? Because I've never been able to get
I'm not sure.
He drives a truck. He drives like wires around and shit.
But he also, I don't know.
Because he just came back from New York.
Yeah, I didn't know he was up there until he posted a picture.
He was with Zimmerman.
And then he said bye. Yeah. All right, see you later. No, the shit I work on. When I used to work in movies, I was union, and there's a lot of rules. There's a lot of people. Shit gets crazy. But with photos, it's like there's like 10 people as opposed to like 100 people. You don't have to be union or any of that shit. And you can, if you're with a good photographer, you can get a really good day rate. So I'm like, yeah. Hey, that sounds like a lot fucking better than 13 hours of grueling bullshit.
Sitting and waiting and stuff. So like now that Louis doesn't have his show, do you get to do shit? You know, our friend Christy, she worked on the other show, Pamela Adelan's show.
Yeah, she's still working on it.
Yeah. She's good friends with that bitch. Like I see her posting up all the fucking time.
Yeah, I saw her posting it recently. I never met Pam, but the people that used to run with Louis, I felt really fucking bad when that shit went down.
A whole fucking crew.
Because he had the same crew for like
the whole
pretty much
shit?
Like this whole shit. No, for like 20 years. Like every shit, every special, every fucking show is the same group.
So wait, has Louis not done anything?
Nothing. He's blacklisted, man.
He finished a movie.
Yeah, I was talking to the people during that filming. Yeah, like I kept up with some of them, like the production designer, mad cool. She used to do art direction and production shit on like other artsy things. So I don't know her. She's with, or she used to be with. She has a kid with Benjamin. Wait, what the fuck is his name?
Comedian?
Bob's Burgers guy.
Oh, John that Benjamin. Guy? Yeah, okay, yeah, the voice.
Yeah, her name's Amy Silvers. Mad cool.
Okay.
So I'll keep up with her and see what's up. And they were filming that movie, and I'm like, yo, you know, if you hear of anything, let me know. Like, blah blah blah. Because I was trying to get into comedy writing, and like I thought she might have an in somewhere with like even starting from the bottom, like on some give me coffee shit. Like, whatever. And then that shit happened. I'm like, oh. Alex and I had just seen him at Madison Square Garden, and I had been hearing rumors.
I saw his last. I saw his last hour before he did his special.
He got hit hard by that, man.
Yeah.
He's gonna be fine. He is a millionaire, first of all. Yeah, he's gonna be fine.
Yeah, of course.
But all those people.
No, but you know what? Give him. I want to say probably another year and a half, and he'll come out and start doing stand up again. Yeah. And
you think he's just waiting for the dust to settle?
No dust. I think he's waiting to like process all of it, try to write jokes about it, you know, whatever, and he'll start again. Yeah. He'll start like he started from by himself anyway. Like he sold his special online for $5 and made his first $1 million.
He's the one. He pretty much
started
pioneered that.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's gonna be okay.
No, I mean he is okay, but I'm sure he's fucked up. I haven't heard much about him personally. I checked in with these people after.
Well, that's the thing. I think the most fucked up thing is like how many people it affected.
That's what I was worried about.
I thought Adelan was gonna get her show pulled, but everybody was like, "Nah, leave her shit to go because it's under his production."
But even the networks and the people that backed him lost money on this guy. You know what I mean? Like,
he had a show. He had a show coming on at HBO. He was about to like launch a new show on HBO. I'm sure he had like a couple things in production on FX.
So did they stop the season or were they able to finish it?
They had finished Louis already.
But they just didn't air it?
Yeah, that was the last.
They had finished.
Yeah, it was on hiatus at that point.
He was doing that movie, so he wasn't doing Louis. They were talking about not coming back.
And again, you know what sucks? Because that movie was about old creepy dude with a young girl.
That's the fucked up thing. That's the fucked up thing. Yo, I had heard.
We gotta cut it, Lou.
I heard from the comedy people up there. Yes. I had heard that shit for about a year, and I was like, I don't know, because he's so good. I'm like, I don't know.
But he talks about weird shit.
Yeah, but so do I, and I don't jack off in front of people. But I had heard that specifically. Yeah. He would corner people and jack off in front of them. Like, I don't want to believe that shit. And then I went to the open. His openers were 5 women
Yeah.
When I went to go see.
Yeah, Michelle Wolf was doing it.
She was one of them, and I was like,
oh, he jerked off in front of her?
no, but that's like the fact that the year before I had seen his opening. It was like some guy that looked like me talking about jacking off a lot. And then the next year, when all this shit's catching traction right before it breaks,
Nothing but ladies.
and I was like, that's some PR shit. I don't trust you so much anymore. I'm still laughing.
It was still very funny.
Yeah.
But
I still paid for it.
Janine Garofalo was like, we knew this for a long time, and it was funny. It was something weird that he did or whatever.
You just quote Janine Garofalo.
I did, absolutely.
She's insane.
She is insane, but she's an insane, like, militant feminist.
Yeah.
Like, she would be the one to be like, fuck Louis, even though he's my friend type shit, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Stanhope is like, I've done all these horrible things, and they haven't came to get me yet.
You got to come out and say sorry first. Yeah.
you step in front of it?
You got to step in front of this shit. Like, what's his name did? Letterman.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, my
Letterman.
bad about this 2-decade-long affairs, but
you know, Letterman was like,
Y'all gonna hear
this
about
is what
this
I
shit
did.
tomorrow, so
This
let
is
me
what
tell
I
you
did.
today.
no, he's like, you're not going to get money out of me.
yeah, fuck it.
Fuck you.
Yeah. Fuck it. Fuck it.
But he didn't like borderline.
You know who kind of did
destroy
the same? You know, who kind of did the same? T.J. Miller got accused of some bullshit, and he was kind of like, "What the fuck are you guys talking about?"
Yeah, what
like,
was
whatever.
that? He called in a bomb threat on somebody or something on a
No,
train?
no, I don't know. Like, I'm sure he's a weird asshole to begin with, but like
that's
with
more
rapey
recent.
things, yeah, like. He had got called out, and he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And then some chick was like, "He was the biggest asshole on the set of that show, Silicon Valley," and he was also like, "What do you mean? Like, what the fuck? Like, people wouldn't work with me if I was an asshole. Like, what are you talking about?"
Yeah, he's killing it on that show right now.
Well, he left that
yeah, he
show.
fucking left like a crazy psycho.
No, but he left early because he was like, "I'm doing stuff with Steven Spielberg.
Yeah,
Like,
he,
I gotta
he
go make."
He burned the bridges over.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I'm sure he did, but none of those other dudes came out and like he's an asshole. Like Kumail's like a guy who like comes out and it's like, you need to stop doing the things that you are doing. That's not his accent. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
racist.
It's pretty fucking racist.
Came off as racist.
This is South Florida, bro. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah, and when you're in your company's warehouse,
It's true. I can't get fired from my own company. People can boycott me. It's fine.
I feel like we just lost 20 listeners. 40% of our fucking
back to the original 10.
We got 180 downloads this month.
Get
okay?
the fuck out of here.
Fucking 100.
That's a lot.
I mean, Godfrey kind of like.
How many times did you download it?
Godfrey's like.
On all platforms.
You need like 10,000 downloads a month.
Yeah, for real. When he started giving us numbers, I'm like, all right, so never.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks.
He's real good about building people up.
Tubbs is like, I thought it was 1,000. Now we're fucked. We're never gonna. Like, we should just hang everything up.
Did he give up his dreams?
Yeah,
Did he?
He's giving them all
Did
up
he show
a long
up with
time
all
ago.
his guns?
Speaking
Danielle,
of which, we were just talking about it, man. Did you hear about the shooting? For just happened a couple hours ago today.
Nah. What happened?
There was a Madden tournament, and one of the contestants that lost
Get the fuck out.
left, came back with a gun, and shot up like 14, 15 people.
yeah, it was.
He killed
last time we
4,
looked, it
injured
was
11.
Get the in like a convention center?
Yeah, it was.
Oh
well,
my
I don't
God.
know
like
where
a
it was.
hotel like lobby type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know where they have those things.
Yeah. Ah, that's terrible. Man.
Yeah, dude.
Up.
You gotta
and,
see.
but there's
His
there's
own
not,
contemporaries.
There's not footage of
Yeah.
it, but there's like since they were
you
filming
ever
the
watch
games.
Twitch. You familiar with that? It's like an online.
Eric, you gotta watch Eric on fucking Twitch.
whatever. Like you
Slick
could
Rick TV?
stream people playing video games. So it'll be like the.
So you're like POVing.
No, it's
You
it's
see
the
the
game.
You see the game,
Yeah.
And then you
there's
see
like
them
a
in the
little
corner. Like you see them sitting in
Oh,
a chair.
sure,
camera.
sure, yeah.
So you know those type of videos.
Yeah.
So
a
there's
lot of
these-
YouTubers doing that.
Yeah. Exactly.
There's these two kids playing, and there's commentators because it's like an esports event.
So you see it during the Twitch?
Yeah.
You don't see
fuck.
what
You
happens.
hear everything,
You
yeah.
hear like the kids are like, oh yeah, you're like, oh, these guys are playing, and then pop, and like they keep on talking because they didn't know it, and like pop, and they're like, oh shit, pop, and like, oh,
hear people
what did he
screaming
shoot?
in the
What
background.
did
It's
he shoot
fucking
me with?
crazy.
Yeah, it was fucked up.
Munch wasn't there, was he?
No, I don't.
He's Madden freak.
Oh, that's true. You know he is. His fucking kid's name's Madden.
That's what I'm saying.
That shit's scary, man. Because like the guy that
That's
lost.
supposed to be safe
Yeah, I mean, well.
for nerds.
That's what and then he scared me, going like, imagine being at Comic-Con. I was like, go
Well, that's
on
what I was telling Charles. Like, we go to I've been to a shitload of
I'm always
tournaments.
Chung-Li.
I've gone to tournaments. I've seen people fight at tournaments. You know what I mean? Like, people fight at Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon card tournaments. You know what I
No
mean?
good.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like a slap fight, right?
well, yeah, they're also.
But you always
pussies.
win those fights,
it's
right?
a bunch of pussies. Sometimes.
You can't fucking take my Charizard.
In D&D, we get into heated debates about The Last Jedi
Well, yeah,
and Star
debates.
Wars and shit.
Heated debates
But,
during D&D. Get the fuck out of here. I didn't roll for that.
But yeah, man, that shit went down. Yeah, this afternoon.
That's awful. And the people that got shot, were they like adults? Were they teenagers?
That's the thing. Like no one said. Like
yeah, I mean,
you got to figure like people playing Madden are got to be late teens at least.
There's got to be teens there.
Don't think that.
I think it's a whole spectrum. So
there's a lot of like between 8. I want to say 17 and like 24, like that range.
Yeah,
that's like the majority of those kids.
That's fucked up.
Oh man.
No good.
But again, like
way to bring down the podcast. So we had got over this. We had talked about it nicely.
Man, I feel like it's a fucking.
You guys spent 6 hours on that before I got here.
It was a good like 30 minutes of us debating aliens and guns, whether or not we should have.
Are you a gun owner now that you live in the country?
No, I've thought about it though, being out in the country because there's fucking bears.
You know what?
And I don't mean the Miami version.
You need a big fucking gun to fight a bear.
You need a big guy with a beard to come through.
Not in my fucking yard.
What kind of bears do you get?
Black bears.
You need a gun.
Yeah, but we get mostly deer.
But
and the occasional
you know what?
Trump supporter.
I was going at it. It's like, I have a kid in the house that like legitimately like throws shit at me all the time. Yeah. Like he fucking if he grabs something, he finds weird shit.
And you don't want to lose your temper and shoot him, is what you're saying?
No.
I feel you. I got a kid.
He grabs shit, like he finds things, and then like, he's playing with it.
Yeah, most of the people you're like, I had that in a really crazy place. How the fuck did you get it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I can't. I don't think I will ever own a gun unless like, he's out of the house.
That's my thing. Yeah.
So when he's out of the house, then yeah, I'll grab a gun, shotgun.
Yeah. River's already 10, so I don't have that much longer. Just gotta keep these hands fresh.
So no more. You're not dropping another one. Dropping loads.
You don't want to do it, man.
I mean, all I do is drop loads.
Drop loads, bro.
So picks it up.
Oh, this was, I don't want to spoil Tom Segura's bit, but this is one of his bits. He's like, I can't understand. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I can't stand. I don't understand how kids today don't use condoms, and like he was like doing this shit. And he's like, one day I asked my dad, like, hey, you ever use a condom? He's like, no, never.
It's like something I would ask your dad. Actually,
he's like, so what'd you do? You pulled out? I was like, no, I've never pulled out.
What?
He didn't even know what that is.
He's like, so you've been dropping loads in people? He's like, I don't say it like that, but yeah. Yo, his delivery on that shit had everybody. It was a ruckus. It was a ruckus in the goddamn place. If it was like Def Comedy Jam, people would have got up, walked around.
Oh shit! No, he didn't.
But that shit was
been to one of those shows. So I'm gonna admit it. I didn't know Tom was in white.
A lot of people think he is.
Like I know, I've seen his shit.
Segura.
I think he's really funny.
Yeah.
Some of his shit does remind.
His name is Segura
of
though.
Me, like when he says he works out he has a bit about sidewalk etiquette. And that he exercises solely for the purpose of being able to shoulder check people. When they don't fucking adhere to the sidewalk etiquette, so he could be like,
these are his bits that some of his mannerisms remind me of that way. But if you listen to Your Mom's House, his podcast with his wife, his
for a second I thought you were being very inappropriate.
Listen to Your Mother's House.
How the fuck can you listen to my mom's house? Is where I was
going.
So
like the way that he brings up shit, the shit that he searches on the internet is very much of like, yeah, Chris is into that. I think, this guy has the exact, like, it's like that. Like, I enjoy him.
You kept my histories?
It's like if Chris became a stand-up comic and like moved out to LA and fucking did everything that he's like balding. He talks about it. He's like, it's like a weird thing. He's keeping it up on top.
You're not balding yet.
Not yet. A little in the back.
Like, I'm wearing hats now. I never wear fucking hats.
I was about to say.
It's going away.
Yeah, you're wearing hats.
It's going away.
I've been going to the same restaurants as you, though.
Oh, yeah. That fucks.
I feel like everybody in the circle has lost their hair.
Yeah, except for you.
Well, I wasn't originally in the circle. I feel like growing up with you guys would have made me lose my hair.
You think it's something in the water down here?
And it's all that Don Carter's.
D-boy fucking losing his hair, too.
Yeah, where'd it go?
Nowhere. Fucking just...
died with hip-hop.
Yeah. He used to have waves, no waves.
His last shit was dope.
Yeah. We had him on first episode, bro.
I know, I heard it.
Take a listen. Oh, right. We got someone who listens to the podcast.
I fucking heard it. And guess where I was? LA. I was in LA. Listened to it. I said, that's my guys.
What'd you think about the album? It was good?
Yeah, dope album. I always like his albums.
He's a good rapper's rapper, but I still think he needs one of those.
I feel like he did it right this time because like he didn't do it too long. Usually his albums are like a little too long.
I do like the fact like he
Everybody's
did it under 10
their
tracks.
Shit,
yeah.
It's more relevant. Everybody's doing EPs now with like 2-3 minute songs.
I think they do that because of
7 songs.
what they get paid for it. Like it's not like they get paid more if they do like a double album.
And the songs are a lot shorter.
That's weird.
It's just because people don't have that attention span anymore, and you don't have to adhere to the same
I don't listen to
format.
any music. I just listen to podcasts all day. So
Man,
I am a bad. But you know what? I buy shit now. Like my whole life.
Brag.
No, I'm just saying. Like I never bought.
I can
albums.
afford music.
Yeah, I never afford. I was like, fuck this. I'll just burn a CD or whatever the fuck. I'll find it on Napster.
LiveWire. That was always in your room.
Now that you can pay for music easily from your phone, I'm like, I'm just gonna buy Wheeler Walker Jr.'s album because I appreciate what he does.
I go out of my way to not buy music. Yo, I'll hit Bam up. I'll go through a bunch of forums to see if I can find.
There's no need to hit anybody up. It's just the internet now. Like you're like,
I hit up Amazon constantly.
If you have Amazon Prime, you have a bunch of free music.
I'm on a bunch of forums, so I always get to see what.
Damn.
Well,
everybody's just swinging dick around, buying music on forums.
Well, the thing is, like, all the hip hop forums I'm on, like, they'll talk about the new shit that's out, and I can kind of like select, like, you know what, I don't want to hear this asshole. Like, let me download this. But I'll go out of my way not to pay for that song or the album.
But what if you like
it? It's like $1.
If I like it, then I'll go to his show.
That's supportive too.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying I don't fully support their industry or anything.
I think I buy music now because I know I'm never gonna go to a live music show because live music sucks.
Most of the time.
Yes. We saw Rock
it's inconvenient at the very least.
We saw fucking
I gotta go
Helter Skelter.
Everybody here has kids.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a mission just to
be able. No, but even like before I had kids, people would be like, "Oh, Nas is coming down. There's Rock the Bells tour." I'm like, "There's no way there's gonna be a bunch of people there. Get the fuck out of here."
That sounds hot.
Yeah,
sounds real sweaty.
The last time we went, we had Godfrey on. Did you listen to the whole Godfrey episode? He got very drunk towards the middle.
No, I downloaded that illegally.
Hey,
but
I know where you can get it.
We went to go see Wu-Tang, and Godfrey.
You give me that Battle Cat Tape 5, I'll listen to it.
He literally passed out like of heat stroke. Fucking Godfrey at a Wu-Tang concert.
You never heard the story?
Wait, back in the Wu
when they performed down here in Fort Lauderdale.
We went to Revolution.
I was there. He passed out.
You were there at the show?
Yeah, I was there.
Godfrey was in the front with Bam.
We were there. Though. If we would have went, you would have went.
No, we were all together. We went to Denny's afterwards.
Oh, right. Yeah, Godfrey passed out at the show.
You didn't hear about Godfrey passing out?
I've forgotten. If I did, I'd like to hear it again.
He was over the railing.
That was Godfrey. I know this fucking story. Yeah.
Because everybody knew about it. Everybody was talking about it.
Jizza gave
Natalia, my now wife, was there. And
she said she saw somebody dead over
somebody was fucking passed out. That's a lot of problems. I've forgotten that's Godfrey.
Jizza came to the stage, the side of the stage, because I was in the front.
Yeah, I remember. I was right next to that shit. Yo, you guys all right? It's because we were sitting for 4 hours before anything.
Yeah.
Crammed up like
and
sardines.
we're hot as fuck. It's outside.
Some guy like Godfrey passed out on top of a dude. Yeah, no, the whole area is...
It's fucking weird. Hey, I mean...
You know what?
It's
Brody
a certain
swears
color.
by that shit.
Yeah, of course he does. Of course he does. A white guy from Ohio. Fort Lauderdale's great.
Yo,
beautiful out here, dude.
He got me.
You get a whole beer. $8.
He called me. He like hyped. Like I think I might move back down. I'm like, you got a job. I want you to come back. I want like you could start working right away.
That hype so fast.
No, but apparently his girl couldn't find a job down here. So like he could,
what a loser.
Nah, he got married though. I went to.
I know he did. He moved to Columbus right when I moved away.
I know. I was like, yo, go talk to Chris. He's right there.
I can't do it.
I'm actually waiting for him to leave.
And what time is he leaving?
Yo, I went to Columbus. I'm like, this is the worst. This is like nothing you can do here.
Nah, Columbus in itself isn't that bad, but as soon as you leave it, 5 seconds outside of it, it's like, oh, this is Ohio. This shit's whack as fuck. But if you know somebody who lives there, they'll show you shit to do.
Okay.
There's like really good restaurants. People care about quality there. There's really good shows that come through because they go between the East Coast and Chicago. So they'll like pass through on their way from Philly.
Are they considered the Midwest? Is that the Midwest?
Yeah, it's Midwest. So like on the way to Chicago, they'll stop. I saw some good shows there. I saw aforementioned Louis. I saw Mark Maron.
Oh, Columbus, you're right, has a bunch of comedy clubs where like a lot of people go. Death Squad goes there. Fucking go there, all the fucking people.
A lot of people go through there. But I thought that shit was going to be stereotypical, terrible Ohio. I haven't spent much time in Cincinnati, but there's a good music scene out there.
Yeah, Cincinnati has a big music scene.
But it's a good place, I think, to chill if you want a slow life.
It was very much like
like
you're running away from the law, like if you did something really horrible.
Ohio.
You got some money to invest. It's a growing town. They have good restaurants. if you're into beer, restaurants, or growing economy, go there. If you want to have something to do with your life, maybe not. But you can make good money there.
If you want to... You good?
Yeah, especially now with the real estate. I don't know for how much longer, but...
Selling, people are moving there, you're saying?
Yeah, like where I had my art studio was kind of like what Wynwood used to be. People buying cribs. I knew people that, not to flip it, but to buy a crib for 10 grand. They put some money into it. And now those houses are worth like 150 grand just because people want to buy it to develop.
That's good.
I hear the economy's growing over there.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
We just heard it right now.
Heard it right now.
But how long did you spend in...
want ice?
No, Bill Burr was talking about this shit.
Bill Burr.
Yeah, like months ago, you know, he mentioned that on his podcast, and he's like, yeah, I wouldn't live there, but...
That's the thing. That's what I said. Like, if you want to be part of the growing...
It's one of those towns, like, it's a pass-by town. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's cool to go there for a few days and then get the fuck out.
If you want to grow, then go there. You want to invest in it. But if not... I mean, I wasn't trying to stay there. We were only there because Natalia went to school. Just getting that degree. And I was like, all right. I expected some terrible shit because... I don't know if you know, but every summer I used to go to Ohio growing up here. My dad lives in a small shit town. That's where my parents are from. Former factory town.
How far?
It's like 2 hours southeast of Columbus. It's on the Kentucky-West Virginia border.
Okay.
It's like right on the Ohio River. Former industrial town, was like big in the 50s.
And there's just nothing to do.
It's terrible.
That's the thing. Like, Brody would tell me his stories.
Straight up terrible.
He's like, oh, bro, I was with my friends and we went out to this party. We had a blast. I'm like, all right, then what happened? He's like, no, that was it.
Period.
I was like, that was the night?
Yeah.
Motherfucker, like, that was the extent of the night? And he was like, yeah, bro, it was crazy. We got drunk. I'm like...
Nah, but you know what's crazy? Going there from here or another major city and seeing what shit costs, and you're like, oh...
This is why people live here.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this fucking fancy organic place that's local, everything has, you know, $4 cocktails during happy hour. I'm not mad at this.
I did see like that, like all the bars in that little square of like hotels and shit. Yeah, like there was very cheap shit.
Yeah.
And there was a cool, did you see that toy store? That like a comic book store?
Yeah.
It was like, that was dope.
Fucking dope.
I was like, this is awesome. If I lived here, I'd buy all these things.
Yeah, I would go there. I'd take River there. We'd get ice cream. Like we lived walking distance.
Oh, okay.
So we'd chill. And
there was like a memory factory type place there.
Yeah. If I had money and I didn't have to do anything, because I didn't get a job there or anything, like
you would just do the same thing. You'd be going
to
New York
and I come back.
Have money? Like what?
Like if I could just do what I was doing before, like mostly go to my studio and paint and do your own shit. Or invest in a beer company because they got some pretty good beer companies starting up there. Like Seven Sun, you ever had that?
Yeah, we
That's
did.
from there.
We went to that spot. We went to the thing.
It's dope. So if I have money to pay other people to do shit, I wanted to open a chicken kitchen or something over there.
Oh, that shit would fucking
because it would fucking kill.
Yeah,
like those.
They're like
$60,000. I mean, 60,000 students at the OSU.
You could put things other than salt on chicken.
That's right.
That's all.
And sour cream.
Yeah, crazy.
$10. Oh, that's a good deal. Yeah, you can fucking get money off that. That's stupid. Shark Tank, Tom and whatever, the grilled cheese company.
Okay.
They opened there.
Oh.
It's one of those places.
Yeah, I've always...
But I wouldn't. Yeah. To answer your question, it wouldn't be my top 10 choices.
So
no.
Chris, what do you think of this vodka? It's called Beluga Noble Russian Vodka.
It's good, man. I shouldn't have mixed it at first. I fucked up.
Yeah, right? I think straight is
I'm
fine, right?
chasing it with a...
No,
take a couple
chasing
sips
it,
and then,
when you gave me the Coke, I felt obligated. I put a little...
No, I gave you the Coke. I was like, I don't know if you want this.
As a chaser.
Yeah.
But then I looked around like, oh, I fucked up. This is a smooth vodka.
It's good. Oh, it's got a little...
I like it.
A little whale in the front.
I like whales.
Not
Small
a whale.
ones especially.
What is that?
It's a whale shark, bitch. Both right.
What kind of fish is that?
Whale shark?
I mean, it's just a fish.
You're just assuming it's a fish.
Is that
It
not
has
a whale
scales.
It's not to scale. Like, you don't know what that is.
You know what? You're right. It could be a beluga whale with chain armor on.
Beluga.
Because that's what the name of the vodka is, Beluga.
We're
shark? Why
assuming
would
it's a
it
beluga
not
whale.
be a beluga whale at this point?
No, that's my mom's name. I named it after my mother.
Hey, if you
whales
want to
are
listen to
those
Charles'
white-
mom's house,
Those are white whales that are all like they're porpoise. Or
Yeah, I don't even
porpoises.
think that looks like a beluga.
No, it doesn't. Absolutely not. Has scales on it, guys. There's probably a beluga fish that we don't know about.
it's good quality.
That's what I said.
It's a well-made bottle.
Yeah, well made.
I said like this bottle costs less than $30.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Because you know what I've been drinking? Well, it's not vodka. It's a silver. Avion. You ever had that?
That's the tequila?
Tequila. I drink it like this.
Straight? I like tequila straight.
That silver is really good.
I have not fucked with tequila straight for a long time.
One of my top 3 drinks is the tequila sunrise. Ever. I'm telling you, like that's like so. Ever since I that was like one of the first drinks that I've had, and I'd like to taste the tequila, añejo, reposado.
Who gave you that at a party?
Yeah, it was like a wedding.
Some kind of uncle.
The thing is, it was open bar, and my uncle took me up. He's like, "Hey, let's go get a drink." And I'm like, "You sure?" He's like, "Yeah, don't worry about your father. I'll deal with him." And I'm like, "All right, fuck it. All right, if you said so, man. Like, it's on you."
What I realized is the majority, now that I've lived for almost 6-7 years outside of this insane place, majority of the country doesn't grow up like us.
No.
Like, people start talking about their childhood, and I'm like, oh yeah, when your fucking friend's uncle starts giving you shots of aguardiente, and they're like, what? Huh? And I'm like, no, but your friend, like growing up, like, yeah, your friends sold weed, but they didn't sell like fucking cocaine.
Excuse me?
Not until later. And they're like, what? And I'm like, no, the good guy. I'm talking about the regular guy. And everybody gets quiet.
It is odd because even the people here, because like I grew up around that shit, but I never partook.
But we didn't do it.
So
I'm like, once everybody started carrying guns, I stopped chilling. They're like, and I'm like, no, I was good.
I was the good one.
I was good.
Yeah.
I didn't have the gun, remember? I just said that.
As soon as I could, I went to a strip club and I met somebody I was in middle school with. It was so weird. Man. It was so weird.
Oh, man. The last time I remember going to a strip club with you, somebody of our friends was there with us. And you're like, oh, that's the girl that our friend was chilling with last week.
That's his wife?
No. I said...
Wait, is that the episode of...
No.
I said, yo... That's legit my 4th grade girlfriend that was on honor roll.
The girl dancing.
The girl dancing and that had been with our friend
nice.
prior.
How'd you feel?
I mean, I felt bad.
Did you feel like you were one of the steps that led her to that?
Nah, this straight up her stepdad for sure.
It was straight up her stepdad.
Yeah, he was a teacher. I remembered.
Fuck.
I feel like if I dated
that's why she was on the honor roll.
But she was white and she came up to me, started talking all this and that, this and this, and talking about her man that hit her, and I'm like, yo, I haven't seen you in 25 years. Like,
so
I'm drunk.
Growing up
I live down the street. That's the only reason I'm here.
Growing up here,
Thanks,
we hear N-word fucking epithets all the time, but it's
grew up
term of endearment, term of like, our culture, term of like getting to the next word.
Yeah, no, and I realized that was I was a no-no once I moved away. Like, oh. That's not
right away because
I'm wrong. Okay.
When Brody came, Brody was like, "What is going on?
Why are you guys saying that?" Yeah,
he was like, "What?"
I think Brody hushed me one time. He's like, "You can't say that out loud." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about, man?"
You're like, "Wait, you say this shit on the down low?"
Yeah, like, when did you say it?
This is a bigger problem. Let's talk more about that. Yo, I fucking hired Brody, who was selling insurance. Do you remember this?
Oh yeah.
I hired Brody because he came in a Calvin Klein suit trying to sell insurance, and I was like, I don't know about that, but you want a job? No, it wasn't that exactly like that.
No,
he was like, yo,
what do you guys do?
Are you guys hiring? Yeah, what do you guys do here? And Paul's like, I'm pretty good. I'm a pretty good guy. Pretty good guy. You want to talk to him? Like, all right. I manage a store in Weston that I'm gonna make fail.
Was he? Was Brody like clothed, like hiding all his tattoos, or?
I mean, I could see his shit.
Because I feel like Paul's the type of guy that, like, if he was to see a bunch of, like, as many tattoos as Brody has.
Man.
When I got the job, I had to come in, like, nice clothes.
Which I got him.
He got me the job.
I got you the interview.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So you own part of this company, essentially.
When he said editing house, I thought it was, like, some porn shit. I was going to go to a warehouse where, like, everybody was, like, on a computer screen.
That's what most people work at that we know.
That's what we thought
Bang
editing
Bros
was.
And fucking,
So then when I came out, I was like, oh, this is a nice place. This is, like, family shit. Like, this is weird. And I came like, my finest, like, Echo fucking polo or whatever the fuck I came in. But
then his best do-rag.
So like I got
the tan joint.
I got the job.
Shea butter color.
I got the job.
Camo
I started
hat
working.
Matching the
next like set of people came in like flip flops, Hawaiian t-shirts. I'm like, Paul, you're just gonna hire these motherfuckers? What is wrong with you?
Man, perception is everything.
It was crazy. These guys were like, "Yeah, I got a reel on fucking
I'll tell you my
angelfire.com or whatever." Like, I was like,
my version of the same story. Granted, one of your partners was hired as a temp, so I get Charles an interview. He knows what he's talking about, so he gets a job. Charlie shows up to the first gig which is like a wedding or some shit.
It was Olga Beck's husband's 50th or 40th birthday.
Yeah, and Charlie had
Bell's palsy.
Remember?
Oh my god!
So he thought it would be a great idea to shave his head
I remember,
and eyebrows
I remember.
like Two-Face, and
Yo,
shows up in shorts.
let me tell you, I told him
eyebrows,
not to do it.
Fucking half his hair shaved, and
I didn't
Paul's
think
like,
that far ahead,
Paul
but I
goes,
was like, I had to have.
dude, you can't. And we're going to somebody's house that costs like $30 million,
Yeah.
and they're having a party on a
And
yacht.
you know what?
That's a cost.
But you know what? It was a Mayan theme. It was like a tribal theme.
No, he
and
let you wear a hat.
Paul was like, you know, he has like a tribal feel to him. Like he like pulled it off like that. And the point is I did a fucking amazing job where Paul's like, fuck it, you know, whatever.
That's how you always kept your shit. He couldn't fire you.
Yeah, but I feel like Paul, he didn't check him at that moment,
Right?
And he just let the beast out.
Well,
Like,
that shows who Paul is, though. He's like
He looked through
stern,
that bullshit. Yeah,
exterior.
no,
Like
Paul's a good guy.
But he's good.
I like
Yeah, he's a
Paul.
good
And
dude.
like I he gave me a job. You know what I mean? Like he's
gave me
a
a
dope,
job.
he's a
and
dope guy.
then let me not have it
He also took it away.
for a good reason.
Yeah, for
I thought I was being fired for 2 years straight every day.
it's like every day you walk in like numbers are not. You know what? It's Paul's fault. Like you would never have been fired if we didn't move to that spot where we were paying.
I was alone.
$9,000 a month for something that
Yeah.
there was no marketing going.
No, there
into.
wasn't a good
talking about
market.
the Western store.
No, but you know. I mean, I definitely ran this shit.
I have
because
4 clients from Weston that still work with me that make me roughly $10,000 a year, give or take. You know,
I
a
asked
little bit.
I asked Paul for more money once we were moving there.
Yeah.
As incentive, and he said, "Well, no." Basically, he's like, "You want more
And
money?"
it's fucked up because the guy he not replaced you with, but the guy I got hired,
Joey?
like the same way that you hired.
He's
Brody?
selling insurance.
He came in like doing some promotional bullshit, and he's like, "I like what you guys are doing." I'm like,
Yeah, me too.
talk to Paul. I don't know, talk to him. You seem like a nice guy, and everybody hated me for it because they hated Joey, and I was like, I like this guy. He's a funny
Joey's
dude.
cool.
Saying everybody hated me.
Not you, like Brody. People are like, "Fucking Brody's an idiot," like or whatever, and like
Who said that?
Who said that?
everybody else in the
There's
company.
3 other
thinks-
people.
Well, there's like you're
Wait
talking
a
about
minute.
2 other people.
So you and who
At
else?
this
Ryan
point,
Lindsay.
no,
Okay.
Ryan.
Name names.
Everybody was like,
Who
Brody's
also
a
got
fucking
fired?
moron.
Facebook fired.
Yeah,
Ryan's in Georgia, right?
Yeah, he's Memory Factory, Georgia.
pretty much.
Damn, really?
God damn,
Yeah.
I wish Ryan could come
Did he
back
take off?
to
Did
work
he-
over here.
Yeah,
Yo, Ryan was a stud,
but he
man.
comes
Like,
from money, man. He comes from money.
The point is if Ryan was here,
I guess. I
I
don't
wouldn't
know.
have to work
I mean,
as much.
he has backing. That's what I mean.
I know his family has like something.
Brody and
He had
Ryan
backing, though.
were good workers.
Yeah.
They
You just gotta guide him in the right direction.
Ryan was actually like my equal and everything. Like me and Ryan, fucking, we
Yeah.
can make shit happen. Do whatever the fuck. Brody, you need to be like,
No, you
do
gotta
this,
guide
Brody.
him. I wasn't
Do
a good
this,
leader.
Brody.
Again, Ryan looked like he cut the crust off of his peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Which is, you know what? It's
Brody
true.
had tattoos from his fucking
Yeah.
his shoulders all the way to his fingertips. You know what I mean? Like it's 2 different people.
I thought honestly when I hired Brody it was a little bit to be like, okay, you do the shit I'm supposed to do. Cause
And
fuck,
I'm
cause
sure
fuck
he
this place.
did
That's
it.
kind of where I was. Like,
But I'm
oh,
sure
you're
he-
not gonna give me. Honestly, I was getting a fucking hourly wage, and he went and like step it up a little bit, and I said, okay, well, if you're not willing to step it up, I'm not willing. to
But
step
that's
it up.
after you left and came back, though.
I had left and came back.
You had left for like a year, and you're like, I gotta remember shit. I was like, what are you talking about? Nothing's changed. What do you mean? Like, you could come back today. We haven't changed anything. It's the exact same
No,
format.
I had left only because I was in a weird spot.
I know you were in a weird spot at that point, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying when you came back, you
It
came
wasn't
back.
like work related. Why I left.
I know, but you came back like on some like limp wing. Like, I'm ready to come back. I'm ready to get it back in the saddle. I'll go run your store. And
Well,
Paul's like,
I
you
told
need to fucking
Paul.
chill.
No, I told Paul, hey, my girl's pregnant. I need more
okay.
responsibility.
Yeah.
I need to make more money. And he said, okay, I'll go open the store and we'll see, what goes on from there. 3 months later, I'm like, yo, I opened the store. It's not getting a lot of business. I need to make more money.
But when Paul, I'm saying like when Paul Pope came in, you could have like rode that wave.
Yeah.
And you should have told Paul like, let's get the fuck out of here. Like first month, like let's go get a warehouse behind.
Yeah.
Let's fucking do a $2,000.
I didn't feel the partnership.
He wouldn't have gone for that.
No, I didn't feel the partnership.
You like Paul.
I don't know.
When we were closing that store,
I
he was
feel like he was so heavily invested in that Weston store.
He was so heavily invested in trying to make a
a franchise
format.
An
to
image. He
be
was
franchise.
worried more
Which
about the image of
I've
Memory Factory.
always told him like franchise is not a possibility with what we do because what we do is so like
right. It's too niche, and like, it's too time sensitive.
You need like people that are like you happen to gather like a merry bunch of people that figured it out because he didn't know what to do.
Right. Does everybody know on this podcast what you do? What your company?
A video
does?
editor. Yeah, we do shit. I mean, I'm sure I haven't mentioned it, but
video
you'll
conversion.
fucking figure it out by.
Yeah.
I don't think you can figure
clues.
it out. No.
Video conversion
From old shit. Yeah,
editing.
yeah. The first job after I did the 2 events, I did that event, the Mayan event, and then a wedding. When Paul gave me the camera for wedding, I'm like, I don't want to fuck up someone's wedding. He's like, are you gonna fuck up someone's wedding? I'm like, nah, I don't think so. And then on the way there, the guy who taking me, like the photographer taking me there,
I don't know how loose is the bride.
Gets into a car accident on the way over, and I'm like, I had nothing to do with this. Like, I'm just in the car waiting. Well, I'm gonna have the video camera. But I had pushed Paul to like buy new shit.
No, he needed new shit.
And he was always buying like the wrong thing. Every time I told him, I was like, you should buy this thing. He buys like an SD camera. I'm like, that's not what I meant.
Paul was never a technical guy as far as this business went.
He taught him so.
He was just a really good businessman, a personable person.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like people liked him.
He had an idea, and the idea worked. Mm-hmm. And hopefully
he
was
invested
a
a lot of money.
Model. This guy's like goddamn. I remember Paul used to show me his modeling pictures, and I'm like,
he was COO of a company. And then he's like, oh, you know what's a good idea? Do my own shit.
He turned around that bridal company, didn't we? The one.
No, but before he
made
started
enough money to
he was at Four
be
Eyes.
sold.
He was the chief.
Yeah.
Wasn't he on Undercover Boss or some shit?
No, yeah.
Yo,
Afterwards,
you saw that shit?
Yo,
I saw that shit in Ohio.
episode was fucking hilarious, man.
he's like dressed up like a Spanish dude.
Yo, I'm watching it with Carolina.
He speaks Spanish too. Like he knows.
Carolina's there looking at it like, is Paul really like this? I'm like, yeah.
Unfortunately, this is exactly how he is.
Yeah, I'm like,
minus the wig.
Oh, this is Paul.
I'm like, he dehydrated a little bit for this, but yeah, that's him.
Oh man, I remember. I love watching that shit.
Yo, he looked like
he's still
crazy toned up. Like, oh, this guy took 2 months to get ready.
Still
for
built.
sure.
I saw him at I mean, he comes by every now and then.
Yeah.
But I saw him with his kids, and his kids are fucking tall. Like they're taller than him.
Oh, really?
But he is like he's like the Tom Cruise of us. Like he's
G.I. Joe, man.
fucking
Through and
every
through.
day. He wakes up at 5 a.m.
Yeah, Paul was
and gets
telling me his
an hour
workout regimen.
workout.
Like, yeah, no thanks.
I asked Paul.
He's like, I haven't missed a day of working out in 9 years. I was like, what?
Back then, I asked Paul, yo, how do you stay in shape, man? Because you're like in your 40s. This is back then. You're in your 40s, you got kids, you got young kids. And he's like, oh, I haven't stopped working out for 13 years. And I'm like, oh, cool. And he's like, no, like every day. And I was like, oh, not cool. Never mind.
Oh, I get it.
I was like,
It's never gonna happen.
And so I'll just look like my dad, I guess.
Well, giving up on that dream now.
You do it for both of us,
I'm telling you,
buddy.
the only reason I was in shape at all is because I worked manual labor, and as soon as I got this job, I leveled up.
Yeah, bagel bites. You could afford
weight.
more of them.
Yeah,
Drinking.
like the weight just kept
Drinking and eating
packing
bad
on.
supposedly catches up with you if you don't exercise.
It's so weird.
It's
like
really
if you
crazy.
The
don't,
correlation. I don't see it, but
I haven't
if you're
seen
not
it yet.
lifting bricks into cars and not picking up heavy boxes on top of shelves, and all you do is sit at a computer and don't move for 8 hours a day,
your waist
fat.
gets bigger and your fucking ass gets flatter.
Yeah.
so weird.
You noticed.
I didn't think you'd see these new jeans.
Oh man, we were telling stories recently, Alex and I, about being in high school and fucking with you because to get back at you for your dad making this.
Oh,
manual
okay.
labor.
Charlie
would. Okay, so have you ever seen Tito have a barbecue? I've been to ones where he's at. I'm talking about hosting.
I don't think I haven't been to one that he's hosted.
So there,
It was
But I haven't known you guys long enough.
Yeah, that's
so-
true. Yeah, he came after, like, we would be in my
It's
house.
It's the same.
But even like
Fucking dirty, man.
Jeff came over to my parents' house in Fort Myers. I brought him over.
Manual labor.
Manual labor.
What do you do?
Charlie would call. All right, tell this story because I never heard.
I'd be like, hey, Chris, you want to come over? We're making some barbecue. He's like, yeah, I'm down. He's like, he lived close enough where he could walk.
Yeah.
Not close enough. Like if now times, like if kids were growing up, they're like, no, I got to take an Uber to get that far or whatever. He had to walk through a lake to get to our
back in
house
the
or
day,
whatever.
yeah, it took
He
about
came over.
35
He's
minutes.
like, and my dad's like, motherfucking Chris, you're here?
Yeah.
Let's take these tiles upstairs. Like
Roof
no
tiles.
joke, like fucking tiles,
Yeah.
like boxes of tiles. I'm like, this is what it costs. He's
You know what's funny? Like,
like, got me.
Bam would always get caught up in that shit with my father. My father was always doing something in the backyard.
Okay.
So like he'd buy mulch or fucking blocks, like squares of grass,
Yeah.
and we'd have to bring it in the house. And I'm like, yo, my dad's there, like, come on, let's go, let's do it. So I'm helping him. And I'm like, hey, Bam, you know, he comes over. Hey, you want to help out? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna walk back to my house real quick.
Bam was one of those guys. He like picks up one bag. He's like, oh, my back. Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, back.
oh.
Reynoso
go.
style. Yeah.
He'll pick up a bag of mulch, which weighs like 19 pounds, if that.
Yo, no, but
He's been
Charlie
doing
would
this
call and be like, yo, we having a barbecue, man. You want to come over? Yeah, okay, sure. Come over.
Sell you
Tito
on food.
opens the door. Like, oh, good, Chris, you here? I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm ready to eat. Where's the barbecue? And he's like, I don't know about no barbecue, but I know about those roof tiles right there that need to be moved upstairs. And
And it was always like,
fuck.
I couldn't do anything until the thing got done, whatever chore
Nah,
it was.
But it was 5 hours worth of this fucking manual labor, and then being like,
Please get some chicken.
yeah, what about that barbecue? That barbecue cold as fuck outside, still covered. And then Tito being like, barbecue? He's like, doesn't your mom give you food at your house? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, why? Because I pay for this food for me in my mouth. You can go home and eat with your own mama. I'm like, thank you,
Fuck told
Tito.
you about no barbecue.
Yeah, what barbecue?
Now my dad,
Barbecue that I'm gonna have with my children and my wife.
My
fuck,
dad,
Tito.
Get your white ass out of here,
my,
boy.
my dad does that shit to me now. He's like, you're not gonna come visit your father. It's my birthday. You're not coming by.
Yeah, right. I
Not
seen
coming
that
by.
fucking concrete mix outside. I'm not coming over.
Whenever I come by, there's a stack of fucking cinder blocks somewhere. Like, can you move? I'm like, no, I'm not. Hire somebody. You can. I'll pay for it. I'll cash you the money. I'll send it to you. Hire someone to do the thing that you want me to do. On a fucking, I have to drive 2 hours to your house, and you're asking me to do bullshit. Like, no.
I feel like next time you go to your father's house, you just show up with like a random Mexican guy from Home Depot.
This guy, whatever
You
you
might
need
as
me to
well,
do.
just in case.
He's like, you see that pile of sand? I need that pile of sand over
and you'd
here.
be like, you heard him.
See,
You heard him.
I'm
You
like,
want to make
can
this
fi- And
$100?
he lives in the area where like they live.
Everybody needs work.
Like he lives in like Immokalee is like a Mexican town in between our half of the Florida and their half of Florida. So
I'll
like
look into the history books on that.
if you go to Immokalee, everybody's 5'2". There's
Deep,
no one
rich.
above 5'2". There's one black dude hire everybody. He's like, yo, this place, nothing but farmers over here.
you fucked up.
I can fuck all these women though. I'll be the
that's the first thing I think.
I'll be
Is
the
this
patriarch
guy,
of
this guy's named Charles Camacho by any chance?
I'm saying my like Mister. He fits right into that community.
Is he there?
There's like a casino in the middle in
that's not
Immokalee. There's like a casino that people go to. I'm telling you, this place is like a place where everybody on Sunday is walking around.
They got 4-wheelers, man.
A bunch of like
lot of four-wheelers.
natives.
a lot of 4-wheelers.
A lot of 4-wheelers.
Yeah. JT just bought a fucking
I told
dope ass 4-wheeler.
Hey, these cinder blocks aren't gonna move themselves. Call Charlie up.
How old is
I got
JT
a
now?
4-wheeler. You want to come drive this 4-wheeler?
You know how many fucking storage units and tiles I moved at this guy's crib with no fucking chicken, no barbecue, nothing? We used to call Charles as payback from Munch's crib before cell phones. We would go out in the car with the portable phone, blast the music, and be like, yo, Charles,
We're at a party.
party next door. It's just live as fuck. There's free food. There's hot
Sons
ass
of
girls.
bitches.
Yo, you should walk over. And he's like, okay, all right, I'll be right there, guys. And we would dip. We would leave. And he'd come over to nothing. And he'd like knock on the neighbor's door.
I cannot wait.
We don't even know them.
I can't wait till Munch gets on the podcast.
Hey, where's the party? Hey, where's the party? Get the fuck out of here,
Because
boy.
you know what?
Puerto
I
Rican
took
It's
all,
Wednesday.
I took all those like pranks because Munch would give me sneakers. Munch was like,
Give you sneakers. You would take
I'd
Munch's
be like,
sneakers.
Munch, you're not wearing these no more, right? He's like, nah, I mean, I have 17 pairs. I'm not gonna use this.
I'm not wearing them now at this moment.
Oh man, we see things so differently. I remember him texting me a picture. No, it wasn't. There was no texting. Calling me and saying, I saw Charles at fucking Home Depot, working at Home Depot in my Pumas in the rain.
Moving bags of fucking.
And our friend
insane.
Burger was the same
Yeah,
type of kid,
yeah.
a bunch of sneakers, and we
Lot
all
of
had the same
sneakers.
size. I was like, oh shit!
Picking up these bags
Whenever
of
I found
dirt,
something,
my
like
shoes.
Alex's feet got too small at one point, like where I was like shoving my feet into his sneakers. I'm like,
It got too small.
Alex, I can't.
Yeah, I can't fuck
You
with
gotta have
Alex.
upsize Alex.
Can't
You gotta
fuck
have
with his clothes or his shoes.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. Like everything
Yeah, but
got on
Alex
him
always
got
wore
smaller.
like 8 sizes less than everybody else.
It's ridiculous. Like we were the same for a long time, but then like.
yeah. My shit got bigger,
my
wider.
yeah, exactly. I
Same
think the
here.
wideness got the I couldn't. I was shoving my feet, and then all those sneakers would turn out like bubbly. I think,
And they keep them.
and it sucks because Alex buys nice, expensive shit.
Yeah, Alex is one of those. I mean, I gotta show some pictures, but Alex will buy shit that's trendy and new, and
then don't wear it anymore.
no, he'll wear it until it's fall or whatever, and fucking donate it and buy new ones. And I'm like, hey, do you? He's always been like that.
I got to hang out with him a little bit, but like he just
congratulations.
Yeah, he comes down and like
No, I said hi.
He looks at my house.
I see him all the time.
He looks at my house. He's like, oh, this would be nice.
He FaceTimed me when I was on the way here. He's getting a pedicure with our friend Neil and his girl.
I don't know. I think
wish you were here.
My uncle gets pedicures like 2 a week.
And where's he go?
I did it once and
they kicked you out.
Not my thing.
Well, he's from New York, so like imagine I used to go with him and my cousin.
Chinatown or what?
No, he lived in the LES, right by Katz's Deli.
Yeah.
So he he'd go over to Houston and around that area, and like I think it was more towards Canal, and he'd get a fucking manicure and pedicure at one of these little shops.
Yeah, that's weird. That's exactly where Chinatown is.
If it didn't end in a blowjob, I'd feel weird about it.
No, but it's by Canal.
It's close to Canal.
Come on,
man. But there's more.
No, there's a lot of spots off there, Allen and Canal.
Yeah. There's a lot of Dominican like little fucking bodegas around there.
That's true. They're still there and holding strong.
But the people that did his nails were Asian, so you're probably right.
Have to be.
But I remember going with him and like I'd get it done with him, and I'm just like, oh man, this feels nice, but I'm gonna get fucking destroyed by my friends.
It's a little weird.
Yeah, so I'd have to like drag my nails through the dirt before I went home.
It's a little weird why we care so much about that shit, but I don't care. I'll go. I don't give a fuck.
Now as a man, hell yeah, I fucking.
In general, like
they put oil on. I went with Alex once. They put oil on his. She was mad at me. She didn't put it. I was like, yo, and his girl looked and saw I didn't get any. She's like, you want oil? I'm like, yeah, I want some oil.
It feels good.
Can I have some oil on my toes too, please? Thank you. My white feet are so dry.
Danielle's always like, come with me to this thing. I'm like, no.
But hey, you can't go with your girl.
No.
You gotta go with your homies or your uncle.
Yeah.
It's a lot less gay if you go with your friends.
Yeah. If you go with your girl, I'll probably make fun of you. Yeah. It's weird how that dynamic would work because
not only that, but you're there with your homies, and you're seeing a bunch of other ladies there, and like there's like a fucking Asian lady with her tits going like this. You're like, I can't look there now.
You don't make eye contact with the people doing your pedicure?
No.
Forcefully?
Rub them.
Hey, my eyes are up here, girl. Lady, up here. Piece of shit.
I'd go with sweats and no underwear.
All right, so we did
strips club.
We do 90. We did 90 minutes right now. We reviewed the Noble Russian vodka Beluga, finest quality. We have Chris Stone from New York City, a New York City boy down here in the South.
Ohio boy.
He's not in Ohio.
Don't you dare.
He's fucking South Florida.
I moved there when I was almost 30.
Yeah.
But you visited frequently.
And he's upstate New York. So I don't even know if that's considered New York anymore. Or Canada.
No, I'm not that far. I'm like an hour north of the city.
Yeah. Where are you in New York?
Right by Westchester. Connecticut border.
Okay, so yeah, you're not that bad. It's an hour and a half, right? Like hour and 20?
Hour and 20.
You live where like rich bankers live? Like,
I live right above them, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, what up?
I live in Putnam County.
Putnam County.
Yeah. So
but where does Reynoso live? He's in the city.
Brooklyn. He's Manhattan, right? Oh no, he went to Brooklyn.
Greenpoint, yeah.
Okay.
He never lived in Manhattan.
Never?
No.
I'm going up there in February.
He lives in Greenpoint. Oh, where are you going? Visit fam?
No, just to take the kids. The kids want to go to New York. So.
Oh yeah. We were just in Times Square showing the fucking.
Where am I gonna stay? I'm gonna stay in where the fuck did I stay? In Long Island City. That's where I stayed when I went up last year.
Alex lives right over the bridge. I'm on the Brooklyn side.
Yeah, no, like the hotels are cheap as fuck.
Yeah,
it's
you see the city.
The restaurants are dope. I was right next to this place, John Brown's, some barbecue spot.
Yeah, it's right there by the bridge.
Yeah, I was right. There's a hotel around the corner.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, no, the area is dope. There's a bunch of places
That's
to eat
where
around
Carlo
there.
used to live, right by the Pepsi.
There's like a fucking strip club. Really, Carlo told me to go there one night, and I'm like, "Oh, Carlo, man, you sure?" He's like, "Trust me, you'll have a great night." Yo,
I spent time with him not that long ago in Santa Monica.
Let me tell you, it was a wild night, dude.
Yeah, well, if you're getting off Carlo, last time I chilled with him was a few weeks ago, and he's like, "Oh, the acid just came in the mail. You want to drop it?" And I was like, "I have a flight at 8 a.m. in the morning. I do not. Thank you.
Next
but
time
I will take
on
a lot
our
of edibles."
New York Tourist podcast.
Yeah, Carlo texted me like at 2:30 in the morning because I was in a chat with Carlo and Bam, and I'm like, "Yo, I'm here in this address in Queens. Where should I go?" Carlo's like, "Yeah, it's 2 blocks away from my favorite place ever." Walk in there,
barbecue and pussy.
Yeah, there's a Russian stripper you should look for, and I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck?
What's her last name?
So me and Carolina go, and like it was a scary night because Carolina she's not used to walking in the middle of New York at 2-3 in the morning, you know, and especially by like Queensboro Bridge.
No, it's a little different over there.
Yeah, Carolina was scared as fuck.
Yeah.
But Carlo, just don't ever take his recommendation on anything.
Let's bring this bitch in for a landing so we can just talk normal and like, you know, get all the censored shit off.
Before you're closing,
okay,
I was with Carlo, who's on acid, with a lot of his friends who are on acid, who he's convinced to take acid, who don't regularly take acid, which I didn't know. I'm on a lot of edibles because I kept taking them without them.
You didn't want to do the acid. You were like, I'm just going to do the edibles.
I'm going to do the edibles because I can go to sleep and wake up.
Yeah.
And go to the airport where I will wake up, or I never go to sleep and be high as fuck at the airport freaking out. And we're at Chinatown. We're in Chinatown. It's some New Year's thing. There's shit everywhere, crazy.
Okay.
His friends they don't freak out, but they wander off. I'm kind of wrangling Carlo, and he gets a text from them that they're like in the Plaza Hotel washing their hands or some crazy shit.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, because I don't have a key. I know if Carlo does some
so
weird
you're staying
shit.
with Carlo.
Staying with Carlo for a couple days extra.
He has the extra.
My shoot
finished,
and I was like, I'm going to stay a couple days and catch up with Carlo. You know, he's
Hang
going
out.
through some shit.
Yeah.
I want to catch up with him.
I didn't know about that, but go on.
See what he's up to, see how he's doing. Kind of a check-in without letting him know. Anyway, he's like, I'm not going to let this guy out of my sight or else I'm going to be having to
I have
rent a
so
hotel
many
or
stories
something.
that were the exact same way. I don't want to let Carlo out of my sight, but
So he's like, oh, they're at the Plaza Hotel. They're washing their hands. We have to go. I'm like, okay, let's go. We go in this really
I would have questioned every part of that sentence.
I was so high. I was like, okay, good idea.
obviously we got to check their hands.
Yeah,
Let's go.
clearly.
Let's go see
They had
what's
dirty
going on.
hands, so they had to go to the Plaza, which is far as fuck away from where we
I'm
are.
like, where?
So we go there. We go into the bar where they say they're at. We do a walk around. I don't really look around. I'm just watching Carlo. Honestly, he's in front of me. I'm just watching him. And he does this thing where he's looking kind of freaked out, and then he looks at me and goes, he gasps.
I'm back in normal.
Let's get out of here. And okay, we go outside, and he's like, yo, oh my God, that bar was full of little people. It was a little people party. And then I thought about it, and I was like, oh shit, yeah. I just thought everybody was sitting down.
Was he freaking out?
He was true, but he freaked out because he thought he was going to see people like that for the rest of his life until he saw me standing there normal height. And then immediately got me and got us out. And I thought, this is the perfect Carlo story.
Yeah.
I've been on so many Carlo stories. Like I've been a part of 3 that are very memorable to my life, and they've helped to like shape the person that I am today.
Yeah, all of us.
Yeah, and it's just like the thing is, I grew up with Carlo because he knew my brother.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I've known Carlo since I was a fucking kid.
Yeah, like Planet Earth Productions. He's the first one I met.
I was 8-9
Out
years
of
old,
the-
and Carlo used to come to my crib, to show my brother.
Same. Well, not my brother, but I met him through people like your brother. Yeah.
And it was just like every time I'm involved in a Carlo story, I'm just like, yo, that was a wild fucking night.
I'm alive. I'm fucking alive.
I made it.
All right. Next time on Gentleman's Agreement, we have Carlo Barreto.
I think we should have him on.
You gotta have him call in.
Of course. You know what? We should do a Skype fucking session with
man.
him. You know what? He fucking fly his ass over. He has money and
He
shit.
would.
Like, he
He'd
can
do
fucking come back.
Yeah.
Or we go over there.
I don't got money to go over there.
We get away from our wives.
I'm down for that, but I don't think. Say we all go to Ohio.
Market rates cheaper down there.
Who's Marker?
So we can find Chris's art on at
ChrisNoelStone.com.
I mean, like your social handles, like at
Chris N. Stone at
Chris and Stone.
Instagram.
Okay,
That's the best place to check it.
that's where your art's at. I see you put up shit every now and then. His wife is a beautiful sculptor.
Yeah. Natalia _ Arbelize _
Arbelez, yeah.
What's up with all the underscores?
Well, I don't know. Yeah.
She got married. She didn't take his name.
Underscore.
She's not a fucking.
You got to invest
She's
in
not
those
a conquered
underscores.
individual. She kept her fucking name.
I feel like women put way too many. They don't know what the purpose of an underscore is.
At
That's my
90551
handle.
at Twitter, Instagram, at Gentleman Pod.
At anything.
On all the social media platforms, you can find our bullshit. And We'll catch you fucking next week, and we'll probably dip into the 18-year scotch that I have sitting in the freezer that I thought maybe we might get deep into the bottle, but not this week.
Damn it.
There was scotch after this.
God damn it.
There's a lot of vodka left.
Yeah.
Giddy up, and let's do a huzzah. Huzzah.
Is that our...
It was, and then we stopped.
I'll start it again.
All right. Peace.